Well, we got the tank up, fuel system, triple pumps.
Ready for the rear end.
Yep.
Don't worry, this will all get changed out. This is just temporary because we're a little short on time. More changes to that in the future. That's a triple pump Walbro 450 setup right now. We have a Holley VR2 setup that needs to go in, but in order to install that, we're going to change a different fuel cell. Downside is the fuel cell that we need is back ordered, so that kind of screwed us a little bit on time. So it is what it is. We'll do sick week on a little lesser fuel pump setup, and then we'll swing with the big boys after that. We put the stock fuel tank back in there for now. This has worked fine for us in the past. We run 3 Walbro 450s in there. Well, it is what it is. It's just gonna save us some time. But we got the frame all set up, so it's all ready to go back together. We got our new track bar mount sitting up here. Our shocks, our new coilover shock mounts are here. We're gonna play around with making some changes to the anti-roll bar. That's actually what I'm currently welding right now, is the anti-roll bar. It's over there on the fixture table. Hopefully I can keep it from warping. We want to keep that as straight as possible. The rear end's fully welded. It should be hitting some spray bombs here in a second to get it all one color, and we'll get that up in the car, and that's a huge thing off our checklist. Once we get the rear end up in place, we'll feel a little less stressed about making this event in time. We are running out of time fast. There it is. Last component of the rear end is this anti-roll bar. Big, heavy anti-roll bar. There's probably some 4-letter words there you can describe with that thing. We just got done welding the links on it. We got brackets on the rear end, bearing cups that'll bolt the brackets to the rear end itself, and yeah, that's that. Hopefully we can cross this off the list of things that need to get done and get it installed. A little thicker than last year. We had a 1-inch roll bar before. Now it's 1.5 inches. Again, shooting for more horsepower, and it's a heavy car, so we need a lot more than just a little 1-inch bar in there. So we've got the turbo set in place. We've got hot side tubing all done. Downpipe's already completed. The intercooler pipe's already done. Now we get to plumb it. Ran into a bit of a snag. Check this out. And we're really tight for space. That's definitely a big oopsie on our part. That's a problem. What do we do? Well, we go look for fittings that we can cut and weld, because I got a welder and I got a way of cutting stuff. So we're going to turn this swivel fitting and this 90-degree fitting and this piece of stainless tube with another weld fitting into the return fitting. I really don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to start cutting stuff and machining stuff and weld it, and hopefully we come up with something that works. So we just took all of this, which I bought doubles of everything in case I screwed it up. We turned it into that. That's now our return fitting. And based off our calculations and the fact that I've already painted it, I know it fits. We can heat wrap that. It goes right under the turbo housing. Put a hose end on the end of it, and we've got an oil drain return. Boom. Because like everything else on this car, we can't just put something off the shelf on it. Everything is one-off. Even down to the power steering reservoir. Probably didn't even notice that. That we had to custom make as well. The upper radiator hose is just a simple 90. Unfortunately, this is 1 3/8 and this is 1.5 inches. So somehow we got to go from that to that in this space. And just like that, this is what we got. How's that for an upper radiator hose? Wastegate, check. Still gonna fabricate a dump tube though.
What size wastegate is that?
That is a 60mm tile wastegate. That's a 2.5 inch inlet and 2.25 inch outlet. For perspective, most cars don't come with that big of an exhaust from the factory. That's just our wastegate. We've got to make some different bushings for basically the rear end side of the control arm. Our brackets are a little bit different width than they were originally, and the bolts are actually different sizes as well. So that's what we're going to start with, and hopefully we'll machine something that looks like that. So we've got 1.5 inches. Those are about 9/16 a piece. All right, after doing some math, we need to have 9/16 from this step out to the edge. So we need to turn these down from 3/4 of an inch down to 9/16. So a little bit to take off there. So later we go. That'll work, we got it. There's one, 3 more to go. So these are what we need for the lower sides. And we're good. We've got both sides done. I think my painter's high.
I think I'm high.
It looks good.
It's all painted. How to install it. Rust-Oleum, sponsor us. We use it.
Table? You got the one with the wheels. I don't. Doesn't get Loctite, it gets anti-seize. Pat Morrow.
Damn.
Gold star to the painters. We're giving 2 gold stars out today.
Chef. What the chef cooked up.